Several Quincy residents in Jamaica on vacation will have to be there for the arrival of the storm. Ken Shannon, along with 12 other relatives, have been in Jamaica since last Wednesday vacationing. With Hurricane Melissa expected to reach Jamaica by Tuesday, Shannon explained that he and his family have now been forced into a lockdown at their resort. He explained the airline expected to take them out of the country decided to halt all of the flights for several days, leaving he and other tourists frustrated.
It's a real inconvenience with work, and obviously nobody wants to be here during this time right now. Hearing all the bad things that are supposed to happen, historical hurricane and everything else. So lots of texts and prayers coming from home, and we appreciate that.
Shannon also explained the expectation is he and his family may be able to leave the country by hopefully Thursday.